Basement Company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Uh-oh, did your holiday hosting create a couple extra stains in your carpet? Or do you just need an update for your old flooring? Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and start your year off right with free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation. If money is a little tight, Carpet City Flooring Center can help make your project affordable with interest-free financing. Get your free carpet installation today.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
Straight ahead, cardiac arrest can be caused by a variety of factors. We'll explain how anyone can learn life-saving skills. Plus, Wisconsin lawmakers are changing their opinions on medical marijuana. We'll hear from the Senate Majority Leader about his thoughts on loosening laws. And clearing a path after a snowstorm. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Jessica Jukic and Conrad Sapinski.
Welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Jessica Jukic. After Damar Hamlin's on-the-field medical emergency Monday night, it's been raising awareness about life-saving skills. Cardiac arrest can happen to anybody, even if you're healthy, but with proper CPR techniques, death can be prevented. News Watch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi spoke to a health expert from Aspirus to learn more. Mohammed?
That's right, Jessica. This life-saving technique can be the difference between life or death. While there's many symptoms that can cause it, it's important to take action before it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen to anybody, and it can happen to people who think they're perfectly healthy, too.
Cardiac arrest occurs when the heart stops beating suddenly. Aspirus Medivac education coordinator Sean Pillar says there's a number of factors that can cause it.
I mean, you could bleed out in a trauma. You would go into cardiac arrest. You can have electrolyte imbalances. You can have a heart attack, which is a thrombosis blocking your arteries.
According to the CDC, approximately 70 to 90% of individuals who suffer out of hospital cardiac arrest die before reaching the hospital.
You need to do CPR to keep all your organs alive, to keep your vital organs alive at least. And without that oxygen moving around, everything dies. You know, we all need oxygen, we know that. And without that oxygen being circulated, you die. The AED, the defibrillator is important. You don't always have access to that, and that's why CPR is important. And that's why I emphasize that.
If you see somebody experiencing cardiac arrest, you need to act quickly and call 911. If you don't see an AED nearby, start applying pressure to their chest.
Worst case scenario, if you don't know what to do, push hard and fast on someone's chest, and that'll be sufficient to help can arrive.
Pillar recommends that everyone should learn how to do CPR because with the few chest compressions, you can save a life.
And that's just not as a CPR instructor. That's just because if I keel over somewhere, I hope somebody can help me. You know, I think everybody should learn CPR. It's not a bad thing to learn. It's not hard to learn. And you never know when a loved one might have that cardiac arrest.
Here are some CPR tips from the American Red Cross. Before starting CPR, check the scene for safety, sizing up the scene, and use personal protective equipment. If the person appears unresponsive, check for breathing, life-threatening bleeding, or any other life-threatening conditions. If there is no response, call 911. Place the person on their back on a firm, flat surface. Give 30 chest compressions followed by 2 breaths. If there is an AED nearby, use as soon as possible. Fire departments and hospitals all have CPR courses available. Aspire says if you're interested in learning how to do it, contact your local first responders. Jessica?
Thank you, Mohammed. Good news today concerning Damar Hamlin. The Buffalo Bills posted a statement this morning saying that his physicians have removed Hamlin's breathing tube and that he has been able to talk to his family and care team. Also, his neurological function remains to be intact. The Bills said Hamlin continues to make remarkable progress in his recovery after suffering cardiac arrest during a game in Cincinnati Monday night. Hamlin also joined a team meeting by video today telling his teammates, "Love you, boys." It was a dry winter day throughout the Northwoods. How is our weekend looking, Conrad?
Yeah, it was pretty dry today, Jessica. We actually saw some sunshine. Isn't that something, right?
Yeah.
Finally, some sunshine is back. Taking a look outside right now, though, that's going to continue into the overnight hours, and now we begin a dry weather pattern and pretty much some above average temperatures as well. We do have some partly cloudy skies. That's going to continue to be the pretty much scenario overnight. And all across the country, not much going on. We did have a little bit of snow in the Northeast. Overall, though, pretty clear. I know California, though, is going to get round after round after round of rainfall and snow all throughout the western side of the United States. They had some really gusty winds the last couple of days. Temperatures, though, are slightly above average. I would say for the most part overall, they're near average, but total temperatures are a bit on the warmer end. We have some teens, some 20s in the state. A little bit colder air is lingering in North Dakota. Same thing in the northwestern part of Minnesota. But the whole country is going to get warmer. Right now, we have temperatures that are really cooling off. We're at 13 degrees right now. We had a high temperature around 20 earlier today. So we're back in the teens, and that's going to continue to be the trend tonight as colder air moves in. Temperatures pretty much near average. They're going to be hovering at around 5 degrees into those morning hours. Jessica?
4 people are arrested after allegedly holding a woman captive. On December 22nd, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office received information that a woman was dropped off at St. Mary's Hospital in Rhinelander. The woman says that she had been held captive, tied to a chair, strangled with a belt, and beaten at a residence in the town of Pine Lake, Oneida County. Jay Lloyd, Laura Schultz, Andrew Horbinski, and Darren Hewison have all been arrested and have been charged by the Oneida County District Attorney's Office. They're all being charged with false imprisonment. Jay, Andrew, and Darren are all repeat offenders. Authorities arrested a man accused of soliciting a child for sex. Yesterday, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, Forest County Sheriff's Office, and the Rhinelander Police Department arrested 58-year-old Paul Johnson from Leona. Authorities say Johnson used his computer to solicit someone he thought was 15 years old for sex. He's facing several charges, including attempted second-degree sexual assault of a child and using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime. Johnson made his initial court appearance today. Republican lawmakers are moving closer to supporting the legalization of medical marijuana after years of fighting efforts to loosen the state laws. Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu told the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel that he thinks the bill to create a medical marijuana program in the state could be passed this legislative session as long as regulations are put forward to ensure it's for those in serious pain. LeMahieu's comments mark the first time a leader of the Senate Republicans has shown support for the idea. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos in recent years has shown support for legalizing medical marijuana. A spokesperson for Vos did not immediately say whether Assembly Republicans are on board. More than 80% of Wisconsinites support the idea of a medical marijuana program, according to 2019 polling. Candidates are getting ready for elections set for this spring. Tara Turvat announced over Facebook yesterday that she would be running to be the new mayor of Park Falls. She said she wanted to make the announcement official after a couple of months of consideration, prayer, and counsel. She decided to run for mayor of Park Falls. The current mayor, Michael Bablik, has already announced he will not be running for re-election. The election is set for April 2nd. Congressman Kevin McCarthy picked up 15 votes Friday in his bid for House speakership, but he still fell short in the 13th vote. After several hours of behind-the-scenes deal-making, 15 members of the House flipped their votes in support of McCarthy. However, 6 GOP lawmakers still voted against him. The final tally for McCarthy was 214, and he needs 4 more to get to the 218. Sources say McCarthy's allies plan to lean on former President Trump to help squeeze out the handouts. The House is now adjourned until 10 p.m. tonight. 2 members who have been absent from Friday's votes will return for the night session. Both lawmakers are McCarthy supporters. Shoveling snow is something that's unavoidable in northern Wisconsin, but very necessary, especially in cities that require its removal. Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl has more.
But that is part of being a homeowner. It's part of being a renter on a property that has a sidewalk. It's part of living in Wisconsin.
Dave Melvin is Rhinelander's municipal code enforcement officer, and it's his job to make sure residents clear sidewalks for pedestrians. Per code, residents have 24 hours to clear snow if there's 2 or more inches. This can be difficult when snowplows push snow onto already shoveled sidewalks and driveways.
If they go slow, it's the plow is basically useless. They have to get it moving so that snow can be thrown. It's designed to be thrown. Unfortunately, that does throw that snow up onto sidewalks.
It can be tempting to push that snow back onto the road, but it is also illegal.
The faster you act in that scenario when those plows come by, the easier it's going to be. If you wait till the next day, typically there's salt, different things mixed in with the snow, it's going to get hard.
If residents are having trouble clearing their driveways or sidewalks, Melvin encourages them to use social media to ask for help, or they can reach out to the city. However, the city charges a fee for snow removal.
Make sure the kids stay safe. We want to make sure that the people stay safe, and we want to make sure that some of our aging population up here that still like to get out and walk, that they don't have obstacles to overcome as they try to enjoy the city.
If people run across a property that does not have the snow removed, they can report it on the city's website.
We just don't want it to be a situation where we have children walking in the street or having to walk through yards or walk through needy snow while they're trying to get to school or get home from school.
Reporting in Rhinelander, Nick Manzio, Newswatch 12.
Coming up, we're learning new details about an Alzheimer's drug. And economists are predicting a recession is likely. We'll have the details after weather with Conrad.
Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Fire flambe or perfectly sear filet, just like the pros. Plus, it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone Pan for just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all. An incredible value.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it rocks.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
And welcome back, folks. It's Friday. The weekend's around the corner. It's a white one out there right now. We have around 8 to 9 inches of snowfall on the ground. Wausau's coming in at around half a foot, a lot less in Green Bay. I know that Packers game is happening on Sunday. It's a very important game, and there's barely any snow there, just enough to cover the ground and make it look white outside. So far to date, we're at 36.9 inches of snowfall for this season so far. Take a look at last year, though. Remember how snowy it was? This time last year, 49.3 inches of snow. But hey, don't you sleep on 2018-2019 season. You see that? 27 inches of snowfall till date, but they had the snowiest February on record. 69 to 70 inches of snowfall in 4.5 weeks in February of 2019. Remember that? That actually made it the snowiest winter on record. They came in at 116.3 inches of snowfall. Last year, we were at around 92.9. So it is not over yet. You snow lovers, a lot of snow can still pile up. January, February and then into March as well. So we're pretty much on track for having a pretty snowy winter so far. Partly cloudy skies right now, and we're going to continue to have some decrease in cloud cover throughout the overnight hours tonight, and that's going to set us up for that cold, cold air to really start to sink in and cool us off, making it very cold for your morning commute. Tomorrow, overall, though, all across America, we're in the clear. A little low-pressure system in the northeast. Overall, though, the jet stream is pretty much a little bit more north, so it's going up right up the western side of the United States. They're going to get a lot of precipitation the next week and a half. California is just going to get round after round after round of rain systems, but most of this is going to go a little bit north as that jet stream is going to be just a little bit higher than it usually is at this time of year. The next several days will be dry. We'll see lots of sunshine. Then around Wednesday into the Thursday time frame, there's going to be another low pressure system moving in. This one's going to be a little bit more south of Chicago. Looks like it's going to be more in central to northern part of Illinois. That means just a little bit of snowfall for us. Doesn't look like it's going to be a really big low pressure system in the area, lingering into the morning hours on Friday and then moving out of the area. This is next week, so still 6 to 7 days away. Temperatures, though, are pretty mild out there, I would say. Remember, Florida had 20s not that long ago. This was just 10 days ago on Christmas. They had the coldest Christmas on record in Miami. They were only in the 40s. Now that warmer air is starting to move up north, and we're going to be in on some warmer temperatures the next week and a half everywhere across the United States overall. There will be some cooler days, but in general, the jet stream is going to be a little bit higher up. So this time it's going to be more in Canada, and it's going to be hovering up there. So that's going to keep most of that cold Arctic air a little bit more north. We'll still get a couple of teases of some cooler air, but overall, it's going to be a pretty nice looking week ahead. I know this very important Packers game on Sunday, 26 degrees by kickoff, light winds out there out of the southwest at around 8 miles per hour, and pretty clear skies out there, partly to mostly cloudy. So if you're going to the game, I know it's a very important game. It's going to be a good one to watch. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a nice looking week. Lots of sunshine besides Wednesday into Thursday. Temperatures pretty steady, hovering slightly above average in those mid to upper 20s. Jessica?
Thank you, Conrad. It's a big step in the fight against Alzheimer's. Friday, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration granted accelerated approval for the drug lecanemab. It's one of the first experimental dementia drugs that appears to slow the progression of the cognitive decline. The director of the Office of Neuroscience in the FDA's Center for Drug Evaluation and Research said the treatment targets the underlying process of Alzheimer's instead of only treating symptoms. Accelerated approval makes it easier and quicker for drugs treating serious conditions to be approved, while the drugs are studied in larger and longer trials. A very notable voice has joined the growing chorus of economists predicting an imminent recession. Former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan believes a recession is the most likely outcome of the Federal Reserve's big rate hike meant to curb inflation. Greenspan served 5 terms as Fed chair under 4 different presidents over nearly 2 decades. More importantly, he was the last chair to successfully navigate a soft economic landing back in 1994. That's exactly what the Fed is trying to do right now, lower inflation without crashing the economy. In the 12 months following Greenspan's 1994 soft landing, he nearly doubled interest rates to 6%, yet kept the economy steady, avoiding recession. An Illinois dog who had been missing since a barn fire in early December has been reunited with his family. Ollie, a German Shepherd Golden Retriever mix, disappeared after a barn fire on December 11th and was recently spotted 62 miles from home. As Paige Blanzy explains, the family thought they were being interviewed to spread awareness about their missing pooch, but a reunion was the plan all along.
Thursday afternoon, the Zoss family thought they were sharing the story of their lost dog, pleading for help to keep searching.
He has a collar with a tag, and it has Jim's phone number on it. One identifying mark would be he has a little cut on his nose.
They hadn't seen 8-year-old Ollie since a barn fire on their property on December 11th. Not giving up hope, but fearing the worst.
They still haven't cleaned up out there. We have that side thought that possibly they'll find his remains out there. We don't know.
The truth is we found your dog.
You're kidding.
You ready?
But the German Shepherd Golden Retriever mix did turn up. Ollie was found about 62 miles away Wednesday night, walking along I-80 near Marseilles.
Ollie spent the last month on, I could only imagine his journey through the weather and the miles.
Tim Abney with Woodford County Animal Control calls it a miracle. Ollie somehow survived freezing temperatures and snow in central Illinois, including wind chills 35 below. In this case, identification was key.
The only reason that dog is home today is because he had an animal control tag on and he was registered with the county.
Ollie lost about 30 pounds and had some damage to his pads and nails. But after the trip he went on, Abney says he's in amazing shape. Ollie can expect extra care and cuddles now.
Thank you so much. It's just a person being a good person and just an act of kindness that obviously went a very long way and meant a lot to us.
What a sweet reunion for Ollie and his family. Glad to have him back home. Sports-related weather delays have happened often this season. Newswatch 12's Serenity Douglas was finally able to catch up with North Lakeland Bucks hockey team after bringing their program back.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with a new mattress from Furniture and Appliance Mart. Right now, save over $1,300 instantly on Beauty Rest Select mattresses. Or get 5 years no-interest financing on all Purple and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Ending soon at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
This is a special report for people who want the facts about reverse mortgages without the hype. You've seen a lot of commercials telling you how you can turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. But do you really know if a reverse mortgage loan can help you? Call today. For a limited time only, we'll send you a free special report. Reverse mortgages, facts without the hype. Did you know that not everyone over 62 can qualify? And you can choose to receive your money monthly or in a lump sum. Call us today and get all the facts you need. You'll speak with an experienced reverse mortgage advisor who will give you honest answers to your questions and even provide a free personalized assessment. This is a big decision. Get the facts with this free special report. Reverse mortgages, facts without the hype. There's no obligation, and the call is free. So don't delay.
Call 1-800-737-5145. That's 1-800-737-5145.
This week, Happy New Year to all. Super champion Ray Lalonde is on a streak into 2023 with 12 wins.
Ray Lalonde survives yet another scare.
And over $350,000.
Let's do a true daily double. All of it at stake.
Now, can he put together another streak week?
Everybody's off to a great start.
Next Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with new styles from Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 85% off furniture. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you spend $2,000 or more. And free platinum delivery. Ending soon at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Welcome back. The North Lakeland Ice Corporation exists to create character and courage through a youth ice hockey program and family-friendly atmosphere. They unfortunately had to end their season in 2019, but they're back and ready to make a difference in the community. Newswatch 12's Serenity Douglas caught up with the team on their new program.
The North Lakeland Bucks hockey team is back in action, and they have their first game this weekend. A new board has been established, and they are committed to reinstate a beloved community program.
We just came back as of this year. It's been dissolved since 2019, partially due to COVID and some of the kids moving on age-wise, so there was really no one to carry the torch.
It took not only 5 parents coming together and handling the paperwork and donations, but also a love for the sport.
Passion for the game. I went to North Lakeland when I was younger, and I just moved back to the area, and when I found out that there wasn't a hockey team, I wanted to do everything I could to bring it back because it was such a huge part of my childhood.
They had a larger turnout than they expected, but it was nothing they couldn't handle.
We have a lot of coaches, so it definitely makes it easy for more one-on-one time with kids for additional development.
They have 20 kids, and the age range is currently 8 and under for boys and girls.
This age group is certainly challenging. A lot of these kids hadn't even skated before, so they needed some skate aids, if you will, so like pushers on the ice, chairs and stuff. So but they're all doing great at this point.
It can be difficult coaching lots of kids and keeping them focused, so the coaches have developed ways to manage.
As far as attention spans and such, usually the drills only last 7 or 8 minutes, so we just kind of keep them moving in a rotation with new drills just to keep them engaged and everything.
Although the weather has affected a lot of their practices, they've learned to make adjustments.
So the weather's obviously been kind of bad with snow this year. We've had a couple practices just canceled because school is canceled. So when school is canceled, we obviously don't have any kids. I had to have the coaches out here just scraping ice before practice. We have another third party that also helps clear the ice. So it's a big team effort.
Live in Prescott, Wisconsin, Serenity Douglas, Newswatch 12.
Northwoods Accents, located in Mercer, features a wide variety of high-quality custom log and rustic furniture, all made in the USA. View our best craft living room sets. Handmade products from local craftsmen. Denali blankets to warm your winter. All products have year-round low prices with no sales pressure. The owner is available to assist you with any questions. Stop by Northwoods Accents, 5079 US Highway 51 in Mercer.
I sense an evil, dark presence among us.
Yeah, she's standing right next to you.
Spirits are high with Cheech Marin and Rita Moreno.
Are you my grandma Dolores?
No, I'm Beetlejuice.
And all new Lopez versus Lopez tonight on NBC.
Running the show takes everything you got. How would you like to be a part of something special?
Baby oil, baby powder, and beer.
Get wet, get dry, get loaded.
New Young Rock tonight on NBC.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. So, which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University.
I have 2 small children, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, so the online format and the flexibility was a must.
I could work at my own pace, and I was still able to take care of my kids while going to school.
We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team.
I have had such personalized attention, and it's an online degree.
If I had a question on the coursework, I always got my answer within an hour or 2.
I will never be able to express what I owe this institution.
Independence University. Online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-879-1493. 1-800-879-1493.
This week, it's the wheel of indecision.
I don't know. It's a tough call.
No.
So it's either spin or solve. What do you think?
Plus, is Pat put in his place?
Over 5,000. I'm getting you're not. Should I just shut up at this point for 1 second? Yeah. Sorry. Rob was appearing here all week.
Weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
And welcome back. It's our first Friday of 2023. Can you believe that? Wow, years fly by. We have around 9 inches of snowfall on the ground.